We're a candy family at the McCullough household.
Yeah.
But we don't get very many children.
Well,
The neighbors across the street, they have this great display. Everyone flocks over to their house. They have people driving in from around the township. All of a sudden, it's like crickets at our place.
you're not one of those people that aren't home on Halloween, right?
Well, I mean, if you only have a little pumpkin compared to the glowing home across the street.
I don't know about this. I'm gonna need some picture proof for
Got to
this.
keep up with the Joneses.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's what you need to do. Michael, you have some news headlines.
I do,
for
and
us.
it's actually some pretty pertinent traffic information. There are a number of collisions ongoing around the region, including on Speedsville Road. It's closed between Royal Oak Road and Leisure Lodge.
Okay. Good morning. There is frost this morning. Well, my plant still seems to be alive, so not that much frost. But there's frost. As you can see there on the ground, frosty. So that's my neighbor's car was covered in snow. Let's say snow. There's snow. Depressed. It's still it's only 1 degree. It's not very cold, but it sure seems bad. I'm here first. Okay, so I'm small and narrow and all that stuff. Not a big problem. Oh, is the crossing guard going to be nice? No, the kids are not crossing. That's okay. Oh yeah, he was big. So there was no traffic anyway, so it was an easy cross. So what I wanted to talk about today, strangely enough, I have a topic today. Because I thought, people have been talking about how YouTube has changed, and I thought, okay, well, really, I came onto the internet, and YouTube was not the first thing that I encountered. The first thing that I encountered was blogs, okay? Because I worked at a job from 2 to midnight, and it was boring sometimes at night when we ran out of work. And that did happen at a certain point, which is why I'm in a new job, because, mine got downsized because it ran out of work. The printing industry just isn't what it used to be. So at a certain point in the early 2000s, I was sitting around late at night, having done my work with nothing to do. And so I surfed. I surfed the internet. And in 2003, I discovered a guy who was making his way around the world. He was from Holland. He was Dutch. His name is Ramon Stoppelenburg. And he had figured out that he didn't have any money, but he did have a lot of desire to see the world. And he was going to try and make it around the world on not a lot of money. And basically, he asked people if he could stay at their place for nothing, for just just for 1 cent. And so he set up his own blog, Let Me Stay for a Day. And basically, he made it to people's places on other people's dimes. And he traveled the world. This man had an amazing time. And anyway, I did not encounter him on his blog when he first started. And this isn't the point of what I was saying. What I was saying is that I have known a few people from the internet for a long time because many of you are saying, oh, YouTube's not the same as it was, you know, it's changed. And it just got me to thinking, okay? It just got me to thinking. And I thought, who have I known from the internet personally the longest? And the person I have known the longest from the internet is, personally, is Gail Edwin. Gail Edwin. Because I encountered Ramon Stoppelenburg when he stayed at her place in Vancouver in 2003. So he started his trip in 2000, I'm not sure. Maybe it was in 2003, I'm not sure. But he encountered her when he stopped by her place. It was one of the places that she let him stay for a day at her house, at her apartment in Vancouver. And I was following Ramon, and so I met, or I learned about Gail in Vancouver. Because, you know, wow, this guy's come to Canada, he's from Holland, he's in the Netherlands. That was very cool. So I switched, well, I kept following Ramon, because, you know, that was fascinating. But I switched to Gail's blog, which was Gail at Large. And so I started getting interested in her blog. And Gail had quite a life. She's a photographer. And she had met a guy in the States and got married to him. Moved to Pennsylvania or something like that, or yeah, somewhere there, I'm not sure where. And she was getting married to him when he got cancer, and lots of things happened between, you know, then and then, and he died, and she came back to Canada, but she came back to Toronto. So she moved to Toronto. And this is when I finally met Gail, when she was in Toronto. I think it's the cold. My throat clearing happens when it's cold, because I didn't notice it earlier. Yeah, so I met, and I've actually had her over to my house. We've had dinner together, and really nice person. We're still in touch. So there's the first person that I met. I did meet Dave from Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, but not the first YouTuber, but the first blogger that I met was Gail Edwin, who became Gail Edwin Fielding when she married her wonderful husband, and then has recently married another wonderful guy, and she's now in Portugal, but she's still Gail at Large, and she was my first internet meet from the Great Wide Web. Hi. We're here.